The weirdest part about this whole interview is that it only lasted 18 minutes. 18 minutes. You gotta factor in that half of those minutes go to Dana Bash because she's really wordy, so that leaves 9. Probably Tim Walz jumps in for a couple of minutes. It's plausible that Kamala Harris only spoke for 7 minutes in the entire interview.
There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking. There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking. You know, we have to just acknowledge that the residual impact of fracking is enormous in terms of the impact on the health and safety of communities.
And in 2019, you said, quote, "There is no question I'm in favor of banning fracking." Fracking, as you know, is a pretty big issue, particularly in your must-win state of Pennsylvania.
Sure.
Do you still want to ban fracking?
No, and I made that clear on the debate stage in 2020, that I would not ban fracking. As vice president, I did not ban fracking. As president, I will not ban fracking.
I'm questioning not just the authenticity, but the truthfulness of that answer right there.
You cannot fake authenticity. And what we saw there was an inauthentic person. The vice president says, my values haven't changed. And then subtext, however, every political position I've ever held to date has changed. You can't have it both ways.
All right, y'all, I don't got to say much today because it's real simple. If you want to hear an incompetent, lying train wreck, listen to Kamala Harris. If you want to hear an intelligent, true American, listen to Byron Donalds. Either way, God help us all that somehow Donald Trump wins this election.
Byron Donalds joins us now. Congressman, good morning. Thanks for being here. You know, the Wall Street Journal editorial board, continuing from those quotes we read before, the vice president got away for the most part with repeating her campaign's platitudes. That's a shame because the voters still haven't received a straight answer about whether and how she has changed her views from the far left positions she espoused in 2019. You know, for some voter out there who may want to give Vice President Harris the benefit of the doubt, what do you say to them?
I would say don't give her the benefit of the doubt. I watched the interview twice yesterday. Let's be very clear. She hasn't changed her positions, and she said she hasn't changed her values. When it came to the border, she said, well, we should follow the law. I will make sure we do that. But you've been vice president for 3.5 years. You're not following border security law. You were in charge, according to Joe Biden and half the media. Why didn't you do that? She had no answer. When it came to fracking, she's saying, no, I don't want to do it anymore. But the Green New Deal, which was embedded in the Inflation Reduction Act, where she was the tie-breaking vote in the United States Senate, that actually winds down fossil fuel production in our country in about 10 years and starts in 10 years and moves forward after that. She didn't have any specifics, and Dana Bash gave her an opportunity to provide specifics, but she sidestepped them all. And the reason why is because she has the same policy visions and values she had in 2019, but now she has to hide them from the American people. That's why she didn't look confident in her answers. This is why she was looking at the table more than she was looking at the camera or Dana Bash, because I do not believe, and I think if people watch it, they will pretty much see she doesn't believe what she's saying. She's just trying to get elected. But the country needs leadership. It does not need fake pandering from the political class.
Well, checking her website this morning, still no policies listed out there, and the slogan front page is "Let's win this." She also was asked a question as a Republican. I'll get your response to this. She was asked about whether or not she would be willing and open to appointing a Republican to her cabinet if she does win the White House. Listen.
Will you appoint a Republican to your cabinet?
Yes, I would.
Anyone in mind?
Yes, I would. No one in particular in mind. We got 68 days to go with this election, so I'm not putting the cart before the horse. But I would. I think it's really important. I have spent my career inviting diversity of opinion. I think it's important to have people at the table.
What was your reaction to that, Congressman?
I don't have a reaction. It's fine, I guess. It doesn't really matter when you're talking about inflation, which is crippling families, what's happening at our southern border, foreign policy, and the massive issues our nation is facing. Yeah, you can have a Republican, a pseudo-Republican, a rhino Republican. It doesn't matter. But that's not going to change the policies that she would implement. Because if you look at her track record, if you look at what she has supported, it has always been these dangerously liberal, progressive policies. Adam Kinzinger being in the cabinet isn't going to change that.
Congressman, how does the Trump campaign most effectively run against this? You see how she's answering these questions. One of the things that is a challenge is that she has been vice president for the last 3.5 years. So she is embracing what she says are the good things of the Biden administration. 3 times she said bringing inflation down to under 3%. But when they took over, it was at 1.4%. How does the Trump campaign run against this?
I think what Donald Trump and J.D. Vance are doing is the absolute right approach. Because she hides from the media and because, frankly, her campaign hides her from the media, because we saw last night she's not very good at this, they are flooding the zone, pushing their message relentlessly, demonstrating the fact that Kamala Harris is the current vice president. In that interview last night, she tried to deflect back to when she was a prosecutor. That was almost a decade ago, more than that. She's in the vice presidency's seat right now. She lives at the Naval Observatory today. What has she done? So pressing the contrast between the Trump administration and the Kamala Harris-Joe Biden administration is how you win this election. Look, I'm on the record. Her support might be wide today, but it is an inch deep. You can break through that shallow support by holding her accountable for her record and drawing that contrast between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris and Joe Biden.
Well, brand new reaction from the Trump-Vance ticket this morning when J.D. Vance joined Fox and Friends here on Fox earlier this morning. And he responded to her explanation or her reasoning of her flip-flops. Listen.
If you have the same values, why have you changed your mind on literally every topic that you previously held an opinion on? But I think it's important for us not to buy this. If you look at the way that Kamala Harris is governed, she's actually governed as a far-left person. She's just trying to pretend that she's not far-left now because, of course, she wants to win the American people's votes over the next couple of months. But if she does, she's going to do the same thing that she's been doing for the last few years.
Give you a final thought on that, Congressman.
I think J.D. is absolutely correct in that. Forget all of the things that she said. People, go back and watch her body language. When she talked about her niece, she's looking at Dana Bash. She's smiling. She looks relaxed. But when you ask her about her policies and the flip-flopping, she's looking down. She's looking small. She doesn't look like she has confidence in what she's saying because she doesn't believe it. She's trying to remember what they coached her to say. That is not the leadership our country needs in this pressing hour. We need Donald J. Trump.
How should voters look at some of the changes that you've made, that you've explained some of here in your policy? Is it because you have more experience now and you've learned more about the information? Is it because you were running for president in a Democratic primary? And should they feel comfortable and confident that what you're saying now is going to be your policy moving forward?
Dana, I think the most important and most significant aspect of my policy perspective and decisions is my values have not changed. You mentioned the Green New Deal. I have always believed, and I have worked on it, that the climate crisis is real, that it is an urgent matter to which we should apply metrics that include holding ourselves to deadlines around time.
That's it? That's it. Okay. Madam Vice President, Governor Walz.
That answer was perfect.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, Dana. Thank you.
I worked at McDonald's. I was a student when I was working at McDonald's. There was not a family relying on me to pay the rent, put food on the table, and keep the bills paid by the end of the month. But the reality of McDonald's is that a majority of the folks who are working there today are relying on that income to sustain a household and a family.
Hey, how did Kamala Harris work at McDonald's when in Berkeley they were outlawed? Not till 2009 there were any fast food restaurants in there. How'd she work there? Read it for yourself. But let's check something else out. Why doesn't Kamala from the block mention her home in Montreal? Westmont High School. Money, money, money. She attended Vanier College in 81 and 82. Let's say she misspoke and she thought McDonald's was there. March 16th, 1985. I was there in a weightlifting competition. And there, that's the proof. The Coupe d'Excellence right over there in Montreal. At Vanier College, at the rec center that they had. She never worked at McDonald's. She lied, just like Tim Walz lied about his service. Anything 20 years, 25 years back, you can go and dig it up if it's true. But if you're lying, watch. She'll never mention it again.
Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, ring the notification bell so you get notified anytime I post a new video. If you like what I'm doing over here and you want to show a little extra love and support, make sure you go check out our website down below in the description section. That way you can get all the awesome shirts that you see me wearing in every single video. They're all made by my smoking hot wife with tons of different designs to choose from. Sizes ranges from itty bitty extra small to big and hefty 5X. I'm sure we got something that you like or a great gift for someone that you love. Outside of that, you can always join the Gibson family here on YouTube and become a member by clicking that join button. You can buy me a coffee. You can join the Patreon family. All those links are down below as well. By no means do you have to do any of that. Just showing up and watching my freckle face on your screens for a few minutes, I'm greatly appreciative. I love y'all, and I can't thank you enough for rocking with me throughout the years. Until next time, I'll be praying for you. Godspeed. I'm gone.